Today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Ravens coming in at 6-4, going up against the Texans, who come in at 3-7.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Come on, let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing!
Now it's Miller. It's a room to maneuver. Lamar Miller, the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up second down. Here's Bortles to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On third and long, it's Bortles. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ellington now to return it. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go!
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
Here we go! Let's round!
To throw on second is Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens Who's able to get to him? Kamale Correa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 14. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Setting up the screen for Miller. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards on the ground. Again, it's Cohen. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Oh, yeah, you better find a way to... Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Back to the air, Watson on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They try again with Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
Now Bortles. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here we go.
On second down, here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his
blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing now is Bortles. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. Left side, Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he motions the wide receiver. Play action from Miller. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? To throw is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Watson now on second down. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watson now to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got some space here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. To throw is Bortles. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Jamal Agnew, the rookie out of San Diego. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They run. This is Cohen. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Now Bortles. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Bortles. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. that one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here we go.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is...
Watson on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Watson on 3rd down. And he finds his man, Griffin. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First and goal here from the 2. Now they send a man in motion right. Now a toss play. This is Foreman. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. When it's first and goal from that close inside the 5, do you like running the toss or pitch to the outside?
I think some teams feel like they have a little more room and it enables them to do that. But I know flip it over to the other side. You just read one key and you go. You don't worry about a second move and getting hurt that way. Go get it right now.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
In his own end zone, it's Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Off the toss, Cohen. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Ellington. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Cohen. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.